Good morning. This is Dave with Dave's TR4A.com. Here's our winter project. Notice one headlight's dimmer than the other. This is with, I had a advanced auto wiring harness that I put in my car, thinking that was going to solve all of my problems with the wiring, and for the most part it has, but I also installed halogen headlamps, and the problem is that the lamps get so hot that they actually melted the standard plastic receptacles. So I found some ceramic ones on Amazon.com that I'll show you here in a second. So here's one of the ceramic plugs. As I said, I got these on Amazon, and I'll put the part number up here in a second. Actually, I'm going to do a simultaneous web page on this, and that would probably be better to put the link for the sockets, but they're only $4. It took a while to get them. I think they came from our friends in China, but what I want to do, you see they come with pigtails here, and one of the nice things about the advanced auto wiring harness is that the headlights are controlled by relays, and each, like the high beam and a low beam relay, each have a separate wire to go from the relay directly to the socket on the back of the headlight. So I don't really want to put a junction or tie these in here, so I think I'm just going to take these contacts out of this housing and basically plug the contacts from my old sockets into these housings. They should work. We'll find out here in a minute. That way I'll still have just one solid wire going from the relay to the actual socket on the back of the headlight. So let's see what we get here. Okay, well, the good news is the contacts, as you can see, I can get them out of the socket. You can see this little clip. Come on, focus, damn it. There's a little, you can't really see it. There's a little tick that's sitting up there, and I just use this pick. If I can go back out a little, I use this pick just to go in there and grab, or just kind of push the pin, a little contact down, and then the actual receptacle pulls right out of the housing. So that's good. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm just doing this with a handheld camera, so I only have one hand to actually do anything with besides hold the camera. So anyway, I just wanted to show you. You stick the pick in the front, and right in the middle of the contact there, and you push that little pin down, and then you can just pull the little copper contact right out of the back of the socket. So then I end up with my ceramic housing. So that's it. So here's my halogen headlamp that I got. I think I got this from the Roadster factory. It was about $80 for both of them. And you get the lens here, and then the halogen bulb plugs in the back like a standard. I think it's an H4. Well, there's a number on the back. But anyway, this part seems to be okay. Here, I'll show you the problem though. If I get rid of the headlight there. Okay, here's the plug. I can get this to where I have some good light. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but there you go. See the contact on the left? That's the low beam, and you can see that it's melted. The housing's starting to melt around it. What happens is it's allowing the contact to move away from the blade on the back of the headlamp, and that's causing my problem. So I'm hoping I can just pull it or remove these contacts from this housing, plug them in the other one. I should be good to go. So let's see how that works out. Well, slight change of plans. Turns out that the old contacts here don't fit in this housing, the ceramic housing. So I'm going to have to use these other ones that came with the receptacles. But you can see they're just, come on, focus, damn it. But anyway, these aren't soldered, so I think they're just crimped, so I'm going to go ahead and solder them, I think, too, just to make sure I get a good connection. This is 14 gauge wire, and I know this wires is a couple of gauges thicker than that, which is disappointing, so looks like I'm going to have a resistance issue here, but I don't know, it'll be better than what it was. So at least I got my headlights back. So I'm going to go ahead and start splicing these in, but I'm going to go ahead and solder these contacts here first. Let me get a better connection. Yeah, see, well, there we are. Anyway, check back. Okay, so here I have, let's see, I get a better light on it here. This is my wire coming, my pigtail, it's going to go in the socket. This is the high beam wire coming out of the wire harness, and I want to make these to where they're roughly the same length, so when I twist them together, you know, I'll have a pretty good splice. It'll be about half that size. And then here is the first piece of shrink sleeving. I think it's like a 1/8 inch or something. Oh, this light sucks. Anyway, here, if I can get it. There you go. So there's the first piece of heat shrinking sleeving, and I want to make this about twice as long as the exposed wire there. So I'm going to cut that. And the common mistake is you got to make damn sure you put this on the wire first before you twist them together. Otherwise, you can't get it on there, obviously. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's the two wires spliced together. I don't. Some people twist the wires together individually and then twist them together as a splice. But I find that if you just leave the wires straight out, they tend to fan together a lot better and mesh better. So anyway, whatever you want to do. But anyway, here's this is ready to solder. Here's my first piece of shrink sleeving down here. So I'm going to go ahead and solder it up. Okay, here's the high beam wire all soldered. Still not focusing real good. Anyway, there you have it. And then again, I'm just letting it cool here before I put the shrink sleeving up on it. Otherwise, it's going to shrink halfway down the damn thing. So anyway, one down, one more to go. Okay, so here we are. I got the 3 wires in here. You can't, gosh, this light, I have to apologize for this light. Anyway, there's the light. My new ceramic plug. Let's fire it up and see how it works. And we have light. Got to do the other side now, but this should solve my problem with the, I should put the rim on that one, but should solve my dim headlight problem. Cool.